Hey, Shalom. First and foremost, I would like to give all praise and glory unto Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shai, by Hashem Rakakwadash. Double honors unto the apostles and the elders of GMS who rule well, teach well, being great examples for his younger brothers. And peace and blessing, salutations to the hopeful elect out there pushing his word in truth and in sincerity across the four winds in the name of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, pushing to get up out of here. Shalom to the hopeful elect, the believers, the listeners, whom have came back to the obedience of the scriptures through faith in Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. All right. And what I want to get into this morning, as I'm out, in motion, is dealing with how order, is the way. You know, one thing about it, we come from a society, that promoted, disorder, that promoted, rebellion, against any type of order, against authority. Okay, you taught, the men, all right, us as Israelite men to rebel against our power through the different forms of religions, because as an Israelite man, we're supposed to guide the house under the order of Yahweh Bashim Al Shai. Okay? But what happened, man, they gave us that plantation Christianity, all right? And through plantation Christianity, Esau was able to infuse, paganism, okay? He was able to infuse, rebellion against the law, saying the law is done away with. And what did that create? It created more disorder. See, one thing about it, chaos breeds chaos. Disorder breeds disorder. Okay? So when he separated the Israelite man from my true power, all right, Yahweh Bashim Shai, and he gave us Jesus, okay, and this God, all right, in the image, of Edomite, okay, they created a disconnect, and through that disconnect, they created disorder, because one thing about it, as Israelites, we lived according to a standard, and that's why you have, if a brother can post that in the book of Jeremiah chapter 6, verse 16, dealing in the book of Jeremiah, all right, chapter 6, verse 16, if a brother can post that, but yeah, what you had pretty much is him separating the Israelite man, okay, from Yahweh Bashim Al Shai. You got the stories about the slaves, when they came over, how, they beat, our language out of us, okay, they beat our beliefs out of us, okay, and they gave us what, okay, that pagan, all right, Christianity, man, okay, which did nothing but separate us from our power, okay, and when we became separated from our power, what did that do, man? It left, all right, the women pretty much vulnerable, all right, to what? To disorder, and when he came and, planted the seed of feminism, going back to the 60s, all right, they pretty much weaponized the woman against her own nation, because being out of order, that weaponizes us as Israelites against who we are, as Israelite men, when we rebel from the order, all right, of Yahweh Bashim Al Shai, okay, what happened, man, we became a weapon against our own nation, because it set the nation up for failure. And as the women, they took on feminism and they was removed from their order, they became weaponized against the men of their nation, which is a weaponization against the family. And see, Esau Edom, the scriptures say he's more subtle than any beast of the field. And that's mainly dealing with these elites, Amalek, okay, because these devils have pretty much mastered witchcraft, okay? And this all goes back to the serpent, and the formula that he used, okay, to take down the chosen lineage was to get Eve to rebel against Adam, That was the main thing. And then Adam, falling weak to that, okay? Because as men, a lot of men fell weak to the woman, and a lot of men went along, with that feminist mindset, okay, of the women, you know. Now you have men that's rebelling because we seeing the fruits of it, all right? But for a while, men, were all into it because you go into the greatest R&B songs, okay? They were sung by men, okay? And the shit jamming. You listen to it, he's like, God damn, the shit jamming. You two-stepping with your wine and shit, you know. But when you go into the message that it was pushing, all right, it pushed the message, okay, that pretty much was in agreement to, okay, the feminist movement, man. And women have a beautiful order. I don't know if some of you brothers, some of you sisters seen the video in which we went into the importance of a woman being in order. Like, that's extremely important, to the growth of a nation, you know. And that's why, it's exciting, to see the Lord, bring that order back together, between, the Israelite man and the Israelite woman, And, it's not happening on a mass scale, but it's happening. You see, brothers, and their families, the women under their order. All right. You see the children, you go to a brother house, 4-year-old daughter, saluting you, the name, you know. Brothers got their sons, some brothers' sons, are joining the camp, you know. So it's like the Lord is establishing their order back in the earth, and their order is the way. Okay. So I pull it up real quick. I got my other phone out. It's the book of Jeremiah, chapter 6. All right. See, this is the book of Jeremiah. All right, chapter 6, verse 16. And it reads, it says, "Thus said the Lord, stand ye in the ways and see and ask for the old paths, where is the good way, and walk therein, and ye shall find rest for your souls. But they said, we will not walk therein." Okay, and that's the masses of our people today, they refuse, to come under the order. All right, but you have that remnant that is walking in them old paths, man, and that's the Lord got us going back to our pure minds being stirred up. You go into the word walk, it goes into a way of life. And now, as it said, we find rest for our souls in them old paths, because there's nothing more fulfilling, than as a man, serving Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, doing what's pleasing to him. Okay, as Yahushua commanded us to feed his sheep. Okay, he commanded us that brotherly love, charity. Okay, he commanded us to sacrifice. So when we do those things, there's nothing more fulfilling than that. And that's why the Lord likens his relationship to the church, as him being the husband, because, I know you women, some of you women can attest, that, and I just, observe things, in my own personal experience, that women, there's a satisfaction, that can't compare, to a woman, being pleasing to her husband, like that order, like this rest, like that woman, I know it creates a fulfillment within a woman, when she's being pleasing to her husband, because I know the feeling, that is within us brothers when we're doing things pleasing to Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, so their order is coming back, and it's creating a rest that we don't get in this world, man. Okay, trying to be, street niggas, there wasn't no rest in that, man. That was anxiety, man. You got to worry about the police, you got to worry about other niggas, it was a madhouse, man. Okay, trying to chase clout in this society, it was a never ending, it was anxiety, man. You know, there wasn't no rest in that, man. Okay, trying to, amass, wealth and all these things in this society. There wasn't no rest in that, man. Okay, just like the woman trying to be independent, trying to be superwoman, a strong black woman. Ain't no rest in that, man. You know, but see, as men, we can rest in our power. And the Lord is setting up where you women, you know, some of you sisters are able to rest in the power, of the men. And that's true rest. You know, because we know Yahweh Shema Shai has our best interest in mind. You know, just as a man of Yahweh Shema Shai will have the best interest for his woman, for his family. You know, so now as we seek the old ways, we're coming into a rest that we couldn't receive outside of this, man. There was no true rest outside of, Yahweh Shai. But now that the church is getting in order under Yahweh Shai, there's a rest, all right, there's a peace that's within us, And the scriptures say that, let me get that real quick in the book of Matthew, then we get that in John, all right? This is the book of Matthew, chapter 11, okay? Verse 28, it says, "Come unto me, all ye that labor and are heavy laden, and I will give you rest." So in this world we was laden, with trying, all right? It's all good, bro. It's all good. You can just listen. I got the other phone out, brother. You can just listen, on the plantation, man. I know how I know how that be, brother. You ain't gotta explain. Yep, but you've been holding it down, brother. Lord willing, speaking to the brother Bayon Yashala, man. We get to tap them cups with your Howard shot, man. We get to tap, them golden gauntlets, all right, decked out with precious stones, okay, at that feast, that marriage supper of the feast, man. I say, brother, you been in the trenches holding it down, so it is what it is, bro. You see? But yeah, well, going into it, all right, in this society, we was heavy laden, we was heavy burdened, because it was a full-time job, trying to prove that you the realest nigga, it was a full-time job. Like every decision you made was based on, okay, how they gonna look at me, Well, if I do this, how this gonna make me seem, trying to uphold a goddamn image of a character created by Esau, man. Okay, or as men, being the queen of heaven spirit, okay, where you live to try to please a woman. That's a goddamn burden, man. That's why you see a lot of men, burnt out, defeated, because they have these burdens on them, man. Okay, niggas are dead or in prison by constantly trying to prove that they the realest nigga in it, man. Okay, that was a goddamn burden, man. Okay, and now I know you women, constantly trying to prove that you can do it by yourself and that you got it, and you don't need no man. Like you trying to actually, prove that shit every day. I know this shit was a burden, And see, but through Yahweh Shai, he got that burden off us, man. Because as we are being conformed to Yahweh Shai as men, that burden ain't on us, all right, to do that dumb shit, man. Because now every decision we make, all right, is leading to life. Now the decisions we make, we find in favor. Now the decisions we make, we don't have to look over our shoulders or worry about, what people think, okay? Because we're pleasing to our power. We're pleasing to Yahweh Shema Shai. We're pleasing to our husband, And as a woman, when you're not trying to hold up to this status quo of being independent and a strong black woman, but your only concern is being pleasing to your husband, that takes their burden off, man. That takes off their burden. So, yeah, as Yahweh Shai said, and I read it again, this is in the book of Matthew chapter 11, verse 28, it says, "Come unto me, all you that labor and are heavy laden, and I will give you rest. Take my yoke upon you and learn of me, for I am meek and lowly in heart, and ye shall find rest for your souls." Okay? And you shall find rest for your souls. Okay? So going back to what? Order, breeds rest. Because order produces more order. you know? You see? So we can be witnesses, okay, with the, I know everyone has a testimony of how this truth has brought about a peace, that this world can't give. Of course, you have vexations and you have their resistance, you know, demons that you battle, which all this working in our favor, because it's creating that character that we need for the times of Jacob's trouble. It's creating that character, man. All right. So we're living, all right, in a time, all right, where the Lord is establishing his order amongst his people. He's establishing order amongst his men, amongst the believers. Okay? So let me get this here. So I ain't gonna make this too long. All right, this is this is the book of St. John, chapter 14, verse 27. All right, St. John 14:27 said, "Peace I leave with you, my peace I give unto you. Not, all right, not as the world giveth, give I unto you. Let not your heart be troubled, neither let it be afraid." So the peace, okay, that we get from Yahweh Shai, this world could never give us this peace, man. All right, like I said, there's no better feeling than knowing that we're doing things to please our power. And that's why, we see these 144s everywhere. Okay, we'll be, you'll see, you'll be riding, you'll see the 144 in the name on the car plate, all right, on the license plate, all right. You'll look up in the billboard and there'll be a slogan that say, "Don't worry, I got you," or something on it. That's the Lord showing that he pleased with what we're doing. That's the Lord showing, like, keep doing what you're doing. I know y'all have those testimonies. You see different things and different spiritual things happen. It's the Lord saying that he's pleased. Because I know, like, as a woman, when she sees her husband is pleased, that creates a peace that you can't get from this world. Okay? It's a peace that you don't get from having, all these thirsty niggas in your inbox. Okay? All these niggas making these promises, or, being promiscuous. Like, they don't bring peace, because even like a lot of those women that are promiscuous, a lot of them come out and talk about how they're traumatized behind that, man. Having them high body counts and all that, because they're trying to find their peace. Okay? And you can't find it through the doctrines of this world. Okay? Through Yahweh Shai, we find peace. It's a lot of niggas, that live these certain lifestyles, and all right, especially, street, their street shit. Jake be traumatized, man. Jake be traumatized behind that shit, man. And shootouts. Okay, your homeboy done died because of something you did. Like, it's it's just chaos, trauma. Okay, nothing fruitful comes from that, man. But then Yahweh Shai, all right, which we're getting in order under Yahweh Shai, and his breeding peace. So yeah, man, we the Lord is getting his people back in order. And the Lord is finna reestablish, all right, that structure of a righteous family in the earth. Okay, the Israelite man, under the order of Yahweh Shai, the Israelite woman under the order of the Israelite man, and that's gonna produce nothing but righteousness. Okay, that's why Scripture say all thy people shall be righteous. You go into the prophecy in Isaiah the 60th chapter. Okay, that's because the righteous Israelite man and the righteous Israelite woman, all that they're going to produce, okay, is more righteousness, man, and it's all going to be to the glory of Yahweh Bashim Al Shai. So I just want to put that out there to so as we all mature and understanding to know that the order that we're coming into, the order that we're practicing and rehearsing is not a light thing. Like I say, the men being in order. Okay, this is making it easy for Yahweh Shai to push his agenda of righteousness in the earth, and the women being on the order under those men are aiding those men and pushing that agenda, making it easier for those men to push the agenda of Yahweh Shai in the earth, and everybody benefits. So being in order is a very powerful thing, and this is why this devil spend billions of dollars, okay, to push rebellion, to promote rebellion, okay? That's why you see these certain rappers, they get worse and worse. They become more and more satanic, okay? You see the nigga woman rapper, they're becoming more and more, all right, degenerate, okay? Because this devil wants us in a position of disorder. Esau knows the power, all right, of us being in order. The Israelite man being in order under Yahweh Shai, and the Israelite woman being on the order under the Israelite man. These devils, they know this. Okay, it's a tag 144. The truck just passed by 144 with the 8. That 8 goes into infinity. You see? Call Allah Yahweh Bashim Al Shai. So yeah, we ended here. Okay, this is GMS Spiritual Art 144, Amos 9 and 11. It says in that day will I raise up the tabernacle of David that is fallen, and close up the breaches thereof, and I will raise up his ruins, and I will build it as in the days of old. All right, so we come to the time, all right, well, we're in the time, because it's happening now, that the Lord is raising up the tabernacle of David, and that's the generation, all right, that was around during the time of David. Okay, and that's another thing. That's why we so close in the spirit. We so familiar with each other in the spirit, is we are that same generation that was around during the time of David, during the time of King David, or Lak Dawadah. Okay, and this is why we link so tight in the spirit, because we're back. I'm gonna speak it. Hey, we gotta be that. Lord will. We gotta be that generation. Okay, but there was a generation of men, Israelite men and women, that were in order. It was during the time when King David was getting ready to build a temple, and he was pretty much, asking, the nation to give, for resources for the temple. Well, that generation, during that time when King David had asked, the nation to give resources and help with building the temple, which King David, he put up a lot of his own personal resources into the temple. But the children of Israel, we gave so much during that time. I'm saying we, hey, that's us, man. Hey, but we was giving so much that King David had to tell the people to stop giving. And that same spirit is back today. That same spirit of giving and that charity in the spirit is back today. Because the house of David is here. Okay? So Lord will, you brothers, all right, and you sisters was edified once again. We give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Shai, Bahashem, Kakadash. Double honors unto the apostles and the elders of GMS, who rule well, teach well, being great examples to us younger brothers. And peace and blessings, salutations to the hopeful elect. Shalom.